What's going on, AWGFAM? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we got some Brandon Herrera. AK-50 Lite. And this is the 50 Beowulf AK, which I'm fucking super stoked. If you guys don't know, the 50 is near and dear to my fucking heart. Everything 50 related is near and dear to my heart. One of my best friends has the Smith & Wesson 500. I have the Desert Eagle 50. It's actually funny. We made a pact when we were kids that we were both. I would get the Desert Eagle and he was gonna get the Magnum. And I'll be damned if that Magnum didn't damn near break my fucking wrist when I was shooting it. So I respect the shit out of that one, and I put it down, and I'll never touch it again. Now, my Desert Eagle, I absolutely love my Desert Eagle. That's, like I said, that's my fucking baby. I love my Desert Eagle. I've always wanted a 50 Beowulf. That's something that as soon as it came out and hit the market, I was like, I want a 50 Beowulf. Honestly, I want to be able to have every 50 caliber type weapon that you can fucking have. Because it's a beast, and it's going to stop whatever gets in its goddamn way. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Check back regularly because I am posting daily now at noon every single day. Make sure you guys come check out the content. And also Saturdays at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, because I'm on the East Coast, I will be doing my podcast. And I'm looking at Tuesdays and Thursdays to be doing live reactions as well. So make sure you guys show up, and I will keep you guys informed on all of that. But without further ado, let's jump into this.
What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? If you recall, we did a cursed gun images video recently where we said if we got 50,000 likes, we would do what we called the AK-50 Lite, which is a 50 caliber AK. Not like what you're thinking of, but in 50 Beowulf. Anyway, we smashed that goal in like 3 hours-ish. I should have asked for 100,000 likes. I guess the reason this is even a conversation is because so many people have been asking, why is it taking so long to do the AK-50? Because they don't understand how big 50 BMG is. They even ask questions like, why don't you just do it in 50 Beowulf? Oh, wouldn't that be easier? Yeah, it would be. That's not the point. But as you saw with the Clash to Bren, I'm a man of my word. I said we're gonna do it, so here it is. And all of its,
holy fucking
glory.
Shit.
So this right here, other than being ugly as
what am I looking at right now? Oh my god. Yo, dude, like, just everything is super size. This is fucking sick.
Fuck, it's a 50 Beowulf AK built off of an RPK parts kit. So this is specifically a Romanian RPK. You can see by the bulged front trunnion here. This is an RPK receiver, RPK front trunnion. Obviously the RPK club foot stock. And we actually didn't have enough space with the 50 Beowulf barrel that we turned down for this to be able to have a front sight block. So we just have a rear sight block, which is why we're running a primary arms advanced micro dot on top on an RS Regulate mount. So we'll probably be able to hit stuff with this. Very close range. But you guys want an AK and 50 Beowulf, so there you have it.
Oh my god.
Let's go shoot some stuff.
Oh! Oh my god, the fucking recoil. I love it.
And all of your weak friends think that 7.62 recoil is bad.
Yeah.
So before we do a deep dive on what the fuck this thing is and why it's possible, first, a word from our sponsor.
The sponsor, of course, is No Name Armory. So what the fuck is No Name Armory? Well, it's about as close as you can get to making your gun and ammo purchases in a dirty back alley, except you get to use your credit card this time instead of the usual of sucking ammunition through a hose in the dark. But No Name Armory sells all the fun stuff that your mom wouldn't let you play with as a kid. You know, like explosives. And not just any explosives, they sell fruit nukes, which are the cheapest binaries on the market right now.
Boom booms.
They also have ammo, gun parts, and they're trying to grow their catalog as fast as they can. Sign up and become a member with them and get 5% off your
Always
orders.
make sure you got some boom booms in the
They get ammo
house.
back in stock before anybody else. Now, back to the video.
All right, so first let's do a little bit of a history lesson on the 50 Beowulf itself. The 50 Beowulf is a purpose-made cartridge that was basically built around the parameters of being something that was capable of bursting engine blocks at a checkpoint while also being able to feed out of standard 5.56 AR-15 magazines and fitting in a standard AR-15 magwell. Basically the thought is you just swap your upper to something in 50 Beowulf, swap your magazine, and you're ready to pop cars. Was it ever any good at that? Well, we don't use it anymore. But because it has 50 in the name, the internet and mostly FUDs and people who don't know much have continued to worship this caliber as the be-all end-all of high recoil with low results. So naturally, we built an AK in it. Like I said before, this is an RPK, a Romanian RPK parts kit that we...
Look, I'm going to straight up tell you guys, if you don't think I don't realize that the 50 Beowulf does not go very far for very long, I know. This is not lost to me. Pretty much everything 50 related, if it's not a BMG round, it's moving slow as shit. And it's not going to go far because you need... With the 50 BMG, you have all that powder behind it to move that round that quickly. And when you're taking all that powder away, now you have a 50 caliber bullet, but you don't have the same amount of pressure to push it. So it's not going to go as far. It's not going to go as fast. It's still going to do a metric fuck ton of damage to whatever it hits within the range that it's effective. But other than that, you really... like I said, I want every type of 50 there is out there to shoot. Because I fucking love 50. I do. It is an ungodly fucking round. And the fact that I've actually been able to shoot the 50 BMG out of the fucking machine gun makes it that much better. For me, I just love the feel of a 50. I really do. There's just nothing like it. Like I said, I'm not expecting a lot out of it, especially these smaller caliber 50s. I'm not expecting a lot out of it. But it's fun to shoot, and that's why I enjoy it so much.
We purpose-built for the 50 Beowulf. And the reason why we did that is because of that bulged front trunnion here that allows us to get a little bit thicker of a chamber press fit journal on the AK with a 50 caliber cartridge. If you look here at the end of the barrel, you can see exactly how wide this has to be to accommodate a half-inch projectile. It's pretty stout, especially compared to the typical 222 caliber of the 545 or the 30 caliber of the 7.62x39. So an RPK was a natural choice. We got a bigger front trunnion here. We've got a bigger rear sight block, press fit area here, and to be able to feed gas in, we need a bigger diameter on our gas block. Normally on the RPK, it's just bigger because you have a thicker, heavier barrel meant for a lot of fully automatic fire. On the 50 Lite, you've got a smaller volume of fire only a couple of times, but just a beefier round. The thing you'll also notice is that the gas port location on this, which determines where the gas block sits, is much farther back than it would be on a standard AK, where you'd have a decent gas tube length, where you'd actually have a gas tube instead of just your gas block sitting in your rear sight block like we currently have. The way we accommodate for that, super short bolt carrier there, little nub of a piston. It's this is a hunk of shit. Now for the barrel, I think this is actually Ryan's idea. We use just a standard AR-15 50 Beowulf barrel that we found on sale. Cut off the barrel extension and just turned it down to whatever dimensions we needed. With quite a bit of protest, Zach turned up this barrel for us, and well, the rest is internet history. For the magazine, we used a 5.56 Galil mag. It seemed like a perfectly good choice considering we were using an RPK receiver, which is basically just an AKM magwell. So the Galil fits that perfectly while still having the the right contour to feed 5.56, which means it almost kind of feeds 50 Beowulf properly. It doesn't like to feed more than like 7 rounds in a magazine. That's probably due to the fact that we're using hollow points. I feel like it would feed a little bit better if we weren't, but this is what we got, man. We were never planning on building these for production because honestly, I hate it. I hate the idea. I hate the caliber. I hate the people who ask for it. But I would illustrate exactly how bad of an idea this is by spending a lot of time and resources making one for the internet. And now that I can feel my credibility kind of slipping away into the ether, I'm going to borrow some of my friends. So, Clean, would you like to put a few rounds through this baby?
Absolutely.
Here you go. So what are your thoughts?
Well, if I were to compile it to a literal piece of shit here, it looks like the same thing, really. The flies really can't tell the difference either. I think as soon as you pulled up on the range with this, they started swarming it.
To the fly's credit, it's really kind of hard to tell the difference, I think.
Yeah, no, it really is. And also, as an expert in scav weaponry, who uses the worst type of equipment to kill the most geared chads in Escape from Tarkov, I would rather have a Taz, to be completely honest with you.
I really can't fight that too much. This, at least the Taz, as it seems, will run consistently.
Yeah, very much so.
It's actually kind of funny you mentioned Escape from Tarkov, because while we were kind of just looking into how to make this possible, and halfway through we stopped and we're like, you know, we just accidentally unbullpupped the Ash 12.
Yeah.
Basically on accident.
I think like this is Gluhar's like cousin's Ash 12.
Now, we came all the way out here on the range to do a video. As much as I don't really want to shoot this anymore, what would a range video be if we didn't do White Claw testing? White Claw penetration testing specifically. Now, normally we just do 1 White Claw, but since this is kind of a beefy boy, we're going to be doing 3 today. So let's see how this does. 3, 2, 1. Can you say White Boy Summer?
Oh.
Holy shit. What
now,
White
normally
Claw?
we'd go out and inspect the pieces of White Claw cans left over just to see what kind of damage that we did. But right now, on this particular one, I believe that those cans are with Dogecoin now, which means they're on the moon. Oh man, well, anyways guys, hopefully this was a fun video for you. This is just kind of, you know, a little bit of screwing around that we do in the shop. It's a fun little meme gun. Please don't ask me to make you one. 1, you can't afford it, so don't even lie to yourself. And 2, this is an abomination and I really don't feel like making any more. Plus, I figure it's a nice little demonstration for you guys who didn't quite understand the difference between 50 BMG and 50 Beowulf. 50 BMG, totally have to make it pretty much everything from scratch, whereas 50 Beowulf, we used existing off-the-shelf AK parts, makes it a ton easier. But that's because Beowulf sucks, and BMG was made by Browning, so it is god tier. And I won't have anything else.
I can fucking agree with that.
Anyways, guys,
100%.
I appreciate you staying to the end of the video, as always, and be sure to subscribe. Because let me tell you something, we're gonna have a pretty big AK-50 video coming up soon, and in fact, got a plane to catch. So I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video.
Look forward to that later.
Thanks.
Yes, sorry. There it is. Brandon motherfucking Herrera.
So we just kind of nursed this gun into being able to function for an entire video. This is at no fault of my builders, but this is a terrible idea, and just why? But even the magazine doesn't want to feed toward the end anymore. Just even after loading this and trying a few times, it was always having trouble with the last round, but now the last round is literally just loose in the magazine.
Holy shit.
Which I don't know if you guys know anything about weapons, but it's just it's not a good thing. As a meme, 10 of 10. As a home defense gun, I think I'd rather have a pocket knife.
I was about to say, that's like a -10. Like, I understand the realism in a 50 cal is not high, but that's why you have other weapons and you don't just buy 50 cals. That way you can actually do home defense and not, blow through your neighbor's house and his neighbor's house when you pull the trigger. Well, what the fuck do I know? No, that was dope. And I understand what he's saying completely. The practicality of it is pretty much zero. Hence why the Beowulf didn't last very long. Like I said, I want a Beowulf just because it's a Beowulf, not because I need it or there's practicality behind it. I want a Beowulf. It's that simple. But I also would like a 50 BMG. I want all that shit. That will probably never happen in my lifetime. But it is what it is. So, what can you do? Really ain't shit that you can. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Love you, AWGFAM, and my XMCFAM. I'm out.